I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Their parents expect them to make good.
I know school is going to give a scholarship to a discipline case.
Their school expects them to be bad.
Let's find out how tough you are.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Nobody expects them to become friends.
You want to talk?
Go away.
But that's just what they're gonna do.
Why are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me?
The Breakfast Club. Rated R. Sneak preview February 8th and 9th at select theaters.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, and this is a PayPal request for Deshawn. Thank you so much for that. If anyone's interested in requesting any other type of reviews or topics or reactions or re-reviews or pretty much any type of video dealing with movies or whatever else, you can send a request either directly to my PayPal or on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. But today, we're talking about The Breakfast Club. Now, The Breakfast Club, classic, I mean, directed by John Hughes, it showcases what you can do with simplicity. Just think about it. You get 5 kids. You get Judd Nelson, who plays John Bender, the criminal. Molly Ringwald, who plays Claire, the princess. Emilio Estevez, who plays Clark, the athlete. Anthony Michael Hall plays Brian, the brain. And Emilio Estevez plays Andrew Clark, to be fair. And then Ally Sheedy, who plays Allison, the basket case. One day, they gotta do detention for the principal, played by Paul Gleason, who was in Die Hard and on many other films. You also have this janitor, played by John Capellos. And it's a movie about what happens during this detention time, during this one day, where they are outsiders to each other, they're totally incompatible with each other, then they start realizing they have a lot more in common than they think, about how their parents don't understand them, or their parents hurt them, or their parents ignore them, and how they kind of have to fend for themselves, or they have to be what their parents want them to be, or just how these parents are affecting these kids and how they feel in a way alone. But this bond grows and it becomes almost a psychiatrist session by the third act. When the group of them are together, it's like a support group. I'm surprised they didn't do some sequel where they use this aspect as an actual support group. I'm not saying that'd be a good idea. I'm saying I'm surprised they didn't do that idea. And again, the simplicity of that. Like, think about it. Okay, you don't watch a film from 90 minutes to 100 minutes and it's 5 kids at detention. Okay, what else? Well, that's it. Well, they go the places, right? Well, yeah, I mean, they go in the hallway. But, I mean, they go outside the school. No. Well, technically, at the very beginning when they enter the school, at the very end when they leave the school. Yeah, but they like the mall, or there's a car chase, or there's a fist fight. No. Well, But again, you got a talented cast. John Hughes did a great job. The script, the direction, the music. I would say the only song that anyone remembers for a reason is the Simple Minds' "Don't You Forget About Me." It's a great song. And again, when you listen to the soundtrack, you go, yeah, I can see why this song is the only one people remember. Because the other songs, I don't mind the score. I do not mind the musical score. But yeah, the music-wise, "Don't You Forget About Me" is the one people remember the most. And it's a well-done song. I quite enjoy it. Now, when you review this film, you'd look at, okay, what is it to review? Because you're not really reviewing cinematography in a movie that's just in a couple places in a school. There's not really anything with camera work, zoom-ins, pop-outs, steady cam shots, which is fine because you had a strong script and because you had these capable actors. Judd Nelson, yeah, he's the criminal, but he was a badass, and he was at times funny. And then when you found out more about his life, like how he got burned with cigarettes, you felt sorry for him and humanized the character. And I thought Judd Nelson, in a sad way, this was early in his career, and you just say this is his best performance. And I like Judd Nelson. I've liked him in other films as well. But to be fair, if you asked a lot of people what was Judd Nelson's best performance, it would be this character of John Bender. And yeah, there's the lines of dialogue he's given, like, does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Or the tit for tat that he has with the principal. Like when the principal keeps giving him these detentions. Eat my shorts. You don't get detentions for the rest of your natural life. Are you through? No. I'm just asking a favor. So, you want another one? Yes. Which, by the way, was this the first time anyone said "eat my shorts"? I know Bart Simpson later on would say that, but was this the first movie that did it, or was there a movie before that did it? If anyone knows, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But in a weird way, even though it's a simple idea, it goes by at a good pace. Where, again, you get to know each of the characters, and each of the characters have a different look. None of them look similar to each other, so they're easily identifiable. And each one, you get a sense of their history and their life in this short span. Anthony Michael Hall, he's the nerdy guy, the brain. But from the very beginning, the mom tells about how you better shape up or ship out. That's not what she says. That notion, just how domineering she is, right from the first scene you see Anthony Michael Hall's character. And about how he can't have a B. He's got to have A's. Which is similar to Emilio Estevez, where his father is like, I don't want any second best. I don't want any losers in this family. You aim for shit. You must win, win, win. And even Judd Nelson said, man, your father and my father should probably go out and have beers together. And Ally Sheedy, about how she makes up a lot of this stuff. You don't know what's true and what's not. she makes up in fact that she's a nymphomaniac, and Anthony Michael has the funny line, well, obviously she's crazy, she's screwing a shrink. And then you find out at the end, I didn't do anything. I just came here because I had nothing better to do. So she was never sent to detention. She just was bored and came there. And it mixes elements of humor. Judd Nelson fucked with the principal. Well, if he gets up, well, it'll be anarchy. Or even the way they have for lunch their food, where Emilio just keeps putting out food. And all the characters kind of stop. They just keep staring like, what the fuck? How much food does this guy have? And then he has his sandwich. He's ready to eat. And he looks. And he's like, the hell are you staring at? And I don't know why. But each time I see the scene, there's like a piece of lettuce that falls. Like a tomato or lettuce. I forget what it is. Like a piece of food falls out of the sandwich. It falls, it cuts, then you hear, the hell is your problem? It fallen, and Emilio's saying, what the hell's your problem? Just the way that's done, it always makes me laugh, and I don't quite know why. I can't tell you why it makes me laugh, but it does. And all the characters work well together. Anthony Michael also, you wear tights? He says that to Emilio. And Emilio goes, no, I wear the required uniform because he's a wrestler. It's like, no, I don't wear tights, I wear the required uniform. And then Anthony Michael goes, so tights? And then Emilio's like, shut up. And sort of the roller coaster ride of this, in a way, growing friendship with these characters. To the point they actually get high and they dance. And you have I like the way it's edited. Like, different characters. It's Molly Ringwald and Ally Sheedy dancing with each other. Then it's the three boys, Emilio, Anthony, and Judd Nelson with each other. And again, just the way that's edited. And the music's pretty decent in that scene too, to be fair. I don't mind the music in that scene as well. And like Emilio being pumped up and going, ah! Now granted, I don't know what kind of weed that is, and I've never used weed, to be fair. But anytime I've heard of people smoking weed, usually it's more mellow, not, ah! And then the grass breaking, yeah. The glass breaking. Maybe that grass was broken too, because I don't know, maybe you took angel dust, Holmes. Maybe you took PCP instead. You took speed. And not the Keanu Reeves. Or you took something else other than marijuana. Just, I don't know if it gets you that hyped. Maybe it does. I don't know. For anyone who smokes weed, you let me know. So it has a lot of humorous moments. But again, it's also mixed in with some drama. And nowadays people look at it and they go, oh, this is only how it was in the 80s. It doesn't hold up today. Or, yeah, this is what John Hughes thinks of teenagers. Teenagers didn't feel this way. Oh, it's white people problems. Oh, it's... I thought it was rather well done. I still think it holds up very well. And because I'm a white boy, well, redneck, so half white boy, half redneck. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I still bought the dramatic parts. I think the actors sold their dilemmas well. Emilio, when he gives his speech about this prank that he did with this person, his butt cheeks, and like it's funny to start off and the people are laughing, but then as the story is told more, you get more of the dramatic portions. You get more of just the guilt and how sorry he felt, and just how his dad has affected him. And I thought Emilio did a really good job acting wise in that scene. And even this sort of budding romance that grows between Emilio and Ally Sheedy and Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson's characters. I'm trying to think, what flaws do I really have with the film? Not much. I've always really enjoyed The Breakfast Club. It's one of my favorite John Hughes films. Again, I think it's a simple concept done very well with, you pick the right cast and a good script. Apparently John Cusack at one point was going to be the Judd Nelson character, but then John Hughes saw Judd Nelson and said, I wanted to be that guy. And I'm trying to think what else. Rick Moranis, he was actually going to be the janitor, but then I guess he had creative differences with the director, so then he left, so then they got John Capellos, which did fine. But yeah, it would have been interesting to see what Rick Moranis would have done. The scenes between the principal and the janitor, they weren't bad scenes, but I just would say they were not really that interesting either. Because by this point, I did not give a shit about the principal. Me and I'm guessing a portion of the audience looked at him as a villain. And they talk about, these kids turned on me. And even the guy says, bullshit, these kids didn't turn on you. You turned on yourself. But at the same time, like, all that conversation, what does it really amount to between the janitor and the principal? Because you don't really get a sense that the janitor is ever... Did he actually wake Paul Gleason's character up? I keep seeing principal, but I guess he's the assistant principal. That's what's in the credits. Vernon. But Paul Gleason, you don't really see a change in his character. So part of me is like, okay, this whole therapy session he's having with the janitor, did it really amount to anything? I mean, again, I don't mind the scenes because I like Paul Gleason and John Capellos does a good job. But on the flip side, I'm going, what is really the point of these scenes? I don't really know, other than, okay, we need to cut away from this room with the kids. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I know a lot of stuff was cut out. Apparently, I guess if you get, what was it, the Criterion Blu-ray or something, there's like 50 minutes of deleted scenes. Which, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I wonder if someone's done like a cut where they put all that stuff together. I wouldn't be surprised if someone has. I'd give it a watch. I'm not sure it'd be good. Maybe those 50 minutes was cut out for a good reason, but I would definitely give it a watch out of curiosity. But yeah, maybe I would like a bit more build up for the There's only a couple times where Emilio and Ally Sheedy talking to each other. Maybe a few more. So by the end, when it seems like they may go out together in the future, make that struck home a little bit stronger. But other than that, again, I keep talking about the past because they did their jobs very well. Like, each one had definitive vibe to them, personality, look, and each one did their jobs well. I didn't think there was a bad apple in the bunch. And sort of that, you know, these five people were so complete opposites and didn't give a shit about each other. And maybe that perhaps innocent or naive notion of maybe this really did culminate in some long-standing friendship between these five strangers. As the end puts it, you see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms. You see us as a brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. And that's another little thing I liked. At the beginning, that line is said, and you only hear Anthony Michael Hall's voice. At the very end, that's repeated, but each actor says, like Judd Nelson says, criminal. a criminal. Emilio Estevez says an athlete. Ally Sheedy says a basket case. So I thought that was a nice little thing that John Hughes did. Kind of showcase the singular voice at the beginning. By the end, it shows that they are a unit, they are a group. And again, maybe naively, they will become, they've stuck together throughout the years. But maybe not. But I like to think that way. Especially at the very end, that triumphant raising the arm up with Judd Nelson. He got given the gift by Molly Ringwald. Maybe some hope in this character's future, despite his seemingly shitty upbringing because of his shitty dad. You know, he has some hope. It's hopeful. Maybe it's hopeful for kids. Maybe in a way, kids would like to go through something like this, where you're in a place and you meet a couple people and strangers become friends and detention becomes a therapy session, and maybe your life will be for the better, or maybe your outlook will be better, or maybe your just mood will be better. And at the same time, you have some fun humor as well. There are times where it's genuinely funny. So add that to simplistic, but you didn't need busy direction in this. You didn't need zoom-ins and weird camera angles, because the script and actors sold the story, not the visuals. And then again, on top of that, the "Don't You Forget About Me" song, which has become an iconic song from the 80s. You have a pretty damn good flick. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye.